He's not impacting the world anymore. All right, that person on trend could be the president
Do
one
you happen
day.
to be a Christian?
I don't know.
You don't know if you believe in God? Wait, you don't know if you believe in God. You don't know if you're a Christian, but you do know men are
I
superior
would
to women.
say I'm agnostic.
Bro, bro, holy fucking cow. Listen, guys. I mean, listen. These misogynistic men who come up into the box and have discussions with me, they lack knowledge on quite about everything, right? All they know is ooga booga, big bicep, me better than woman because big bicep. Holy fucking shit.
Exactly.
What would a man be without a woman,
Exactly.
Michael? What would a man be without a woman?
What would a man be without a woman?
If you men
I'm
are so superior to
gay.
women, then why can't? What the fuck? All right, I'm gonna say that you're a troll, Michael. We're gonna go to move on to our next guest. I didn't expect him to say that. We're gonna go to move on to our next guest. Sorry, that really caught me off guard. That just really caught me off guard. I was like, what the hell? I did. We're gonna go to move on to our next guest. What's up, LSE? How old are you?
21.
21. Very nice. Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
Of course.
Okay, can you speak up a little bit? Can you it kind of sounds
Yeah, I
like you're
said of
talking to
course.
me
Can
through
you
a
hear me?
submarine right now? I can kind of hear you. So why do you think men are superior to women? Let's hear it. Come on.
Because this world is under a patriarchy, therefore proving we are superior.
Okay, so men are superior to women because men have more power in society than women. Next question, do white people have more power in society than black people?
It depends what part of society you're in, right? If you're in
Let's talk about the
America
society of
versus if you're in
America.
Africa,
In the
it's kind of
context of
different.
America, do white people have more power than black people?
In the context of America, no.
No? Okay, so then why is there a disproportionate amount of white leaders in the context of Fortune 500 CEOs? Why is there a disproportionate amount of white leaders in the context of presidency and the government? Why do we see that the average white household makes 20 to 30,000 more a year than the average black household? Why do we see certain socioeconomic stigmas that are associated with black students in the context of school where they get half of the average federal funding than that of a white student? I mean, I think that we can easily conclude that white people would have more societal power than black people. I mean, obviously, this is because of slavery and its aftermath, but more so, the implication here is if you're saying that men are superior to women because they have more power in society, would you say that white people are superior to black people because they have more power in society?
But white people don't have more power than black people in society.
I literally, okay, so then why do we see that 92% of Fortune 500 CEOs are white, meanwhile 8% are black? Why do we see that 2% of the presidents in which we ever had have been black? I mean, I think it's incredibly clear. The average white household makes 20,000 more a year than the average black household. Come on.
I mean, it's obviously because as a black
I can't hear a word you're saying. You sound like Okay, hello? Do you want to respond, please? Guys, I need to plug in my phone real quick. But then I think we're just gonna boot him. Okay, do you want to go? Yeah, do you want to go ahead and respond to what I just said?
Yeah, it's because, as a black person from, the black community, it's because as black people, we just didn't want to strive to the height. We didn't want to strive to the height of being a world ruler or, influential within society, right? As black people, we like to take care of ourselves, take care of our own people. That is enough. There's no need for us to try and dominate the world when we know the world is ours. We are the indigenous group of the world.
Yeah, can you please tell me about what one's race would change as far as what they want to achieve? I don't see how an individual's race would change what they'd hope to achieve in the context of society. That's just actual yap. How do I even have a further conversation with that? That was so silly.
I mean, are you basically just saying that?
Are you saying that I'm predisposed?
Are you saying that black people
One second.
cannot do? Are you saying black people can't do white people can do in this day and age? What are
In the
you saying?
in the context of society, white people hold much more power. And
What is
white
power?
people have
What do
much
do
much
you
more
mean political
opportunity.
influence?
No,
Do
they
you
have
mean
white people
political
have more
influence?
opportunity and more resources.
Okay, so you're saying in the day and age we live in now with the internet, white people have more opportunities than black people?
Yeah, of
Bro, you
course.
sound
Wait,
dumb.
wait. How does that? Wait, 1 second. How is that silly? Would you say that rich people
With the
have more?
internet?
Would you say that the more money you have, the more opportunity you have to do things?
In this day and age, yes.
Yeah, white people have much more money than black people due to the lack of generational wealth and socioeconomic standings that are associated with black people, but not associated with white people, such as the $20,000 to $30,000 gap in annual household income. So we see
Okay, so
if you'd equate
in
more
this day and
power
age,
to more
Dean,
money, then
in this
and
day
white
and
people
age,
have more money, therefore white people have more power. Like, I mean, 1 second. I want to slow that down. The more money you have, the more societal power you have. White people have more money, therefore white people have more societal power. How are we losing that? Like, where are we getting lost on this? Can you explain what exactly I just said? Can you repeat what I just said and tell me what you disagree with?
yes, look, this is basically what you're saying. You're basically saying that white people have more power in society because they built up their money through generational wealth. And then what I'm trying to tell you is that in this day and age with the internet, we as black people and as a black community have the ability to build up generational wealth for our families and our families
Due to
to come
certain like
ahead.
societal stigmas and like the institutionalization of racism, we would still see due to the lack
Bro,
of
Dean,
generation.
there's no way you're gonna tell black people in this day and age they have no opportunity.
Hey, I could definitely state facts of reality, and just because you reject them doesn't make
The
you right.
internet is a fact and it's a reality.
I mean, can you please tell me exactly what you disagree with here? You said the more money you have, the more societal power you hold. White people have more money, so therefore white people hold more societal power.
Like I said, it's because as a
Can you
black
tell me?
person,
Wait 1 second. Hey, I don't
black
really. I don't.
community,
Hey.
we
You're
don't
not. No,
need
you're
as
speaking
much
for
money.
yourself. You are speaking for yourself. Please don't
Okay,
speak for others.
so I'm speaking for myself or for my community.
No. You are
So
speaking
you're
for
asking me
yourself right
questions
now.
about my community.
You are
though.
only no. You are only going to be speaking for yourself in this
Okay, so can
context.
you ask me questions that only apply to myself?
So yeah, what I'm specifically stating here is A, with the more money in which you have, like, does this give you more societal power?
The more money that I have,
The more money an individual has, or a class of individuals, the more societal power they hold, correct?
correct.
Do white people have more money than black people?
Just in America and America only, right? We're not gonna look at anywhere else in the country, just
We're
America.
just looking at America right now.
Oh yeah, okay. If it's in
Okay.
America, then yes.
So
that's
so
correct.
therefore white people have more societal power than black people.
Again, that's correct, but that doesn't
Okay.
equate them to them
So
being
so
superior.
okay, so now if you're well, this was your argument in context of men and women. You said because men have more societal power than women, this makes them superior to women. But now what we see in the dynamic of race is white people have more societal power than black people. Does this make white people superior to black people?
Nah.
Okay, so then it wouldn't make men superior to women.
Yes, it would. That has
Okay,
nothing to
so
do
I
with
have a question. Why does it make men superior to women, the fact that men have more societal power, but it doesn't make white people superior to black people, the fact that white people hold more societal power?
Okay, perfect. So the difference between the two situations that you're bringing up is in terms of, well, the world has always been under a patriarchy, right? And then the thing that's wrong with your situation is the world hasn't always been ruled by white people.
We've definitely seen like the extent in which like the colonization of white individuals has reached, right? But now if you're saying it has to do with the extent of patriarchy, I have a question, right? What traits do men have that women don't have that make them quote unquote better at dominating?
Oh, what traits that do men have that women don't have? Is that what you're asking?
Dude, that's what I said.
Okay, one is physical strength. Men are superior than women in physical strength.
Okay,
And that's
what's the
necessary
most
because
what is
that's
the
what
most
got
superior
us.
species on earth?
Huh?
What's the most superior species on earth?
Gorillas.
Gorillas. What the fuck? Okay, hey, who's your favorite leader of all time?
Barack Obama.
And who's superior, Barack Obama or a 16-year-old high school dropout on steroids?
In terms of strength,
No. Don't change it now. All things
Okay.
considered, who's superior? Don't leave. Don't leave. No shot. He's leaving. He's actually fucking leaving right now. He's gone. Bro, absolutely annihilated. Absolutely annihilated. He is a runner. He is a track star. Also, y'all, if you do want to support me, my Venmo and my PayPal are in my bio, you guys. And Maze, thank you so much for the epic GG. W Maze in that chat. W Maze in that chat, y'all. But absolute track star, buddy. He just left. Absolute track star. Let's get some L runners in that chat. I want to see some L runners in that fucking chat right now. But hey, I saw, someone named Aiden. You were being a little crybaby in the chat, Aiden. Are you ready? You want to talk? You want to have a little bit of a debate?
I wanna know what you mean by superiority. What are you
How
saying?
old are you? What is your age?
17.
Oh yeah, you got to be at least 18 to be on TikTok
Oh,
Live.
that's right.
I don't know
buddy.
why you'd
Yeah,
make
don't
the
get-
claim that men are superior to women when you still have a woman changing your diaper and putting food on the table every night. Be more respectful, buddy. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest, but I will answer his question when we're talking about superiority, better than or having more value than. What's going on? Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered? Okay, well, obviously you're not superior to anyone. You don't possess vocal cords. You don't possess vocal cords. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest, y'all. Make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen. Make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen, everyone. Let's go ahead and see what our next guest has to say, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest now. Let's get Mr. Joe up here, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, hello, Mr. Joe. Do you
brother.
think
How you
men
doing?
are... I'm doing all right. Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay, so why? Why? Let's
Why?
hear it. Give
'Cause
me
if
the
you get
argument.
I'm saying if you get 100 women and 100 men and they have a battle, the 100 men are gonna win.
Okay, so it has to do with like the fact that men could beat the shit out of women. That's what makes them superior.
Technically, I'm not trying to be like that, but
Fucking
technically,
hell!
I would
Do you
never
know what
touch a
this
woman.
screams to me?
I
You
would
know
never
what this
touch a woman.
screams to me?
But that does
This
mean we're
screams-
superior. That
Do you know
does
what
mean we're
this screams to
superior.
me? This screams
It does mean we're
ooga
superior.
booga. This screams ooga
No.
booga, big bicep.
But that's why we're the protection of them. 'Cause-
Oh wait,
exactly.
So you think being a protector makes you superior?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, who's superior? The president or the Secret Service?
I'm talking about women and men. I ain't talking about politics.
Wait, no, this is a correlation. It's an analogy. This is how we test your logic. Go
Yeah,
ahead and
but-
answer the question, buddy.
But ain't most men in politics like that? So ain't men superior to women even in politics?
Wait, so no, wait, 1 second. We could go on to that next. I actually do want to talk about that, but I want you to answer my question first. Who's
But I just
president?
gave you you said something about that, but you basically, men are controllers of that policies, no?
Wait, we could talk about that next, but I want you to answer my question. Who's superior, the president or the bodyguards?
Okay,
President.
I would say the president because he points them around. A woman can't point me around.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, 1 second. You wouldn't listen to your wife?
I would listen to it to an extent, but not to a dynamic way, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so now, now we've kind of shifted goalposts. So first of all, right, you are now saying that the weaker individual is going to be superior to the stronger individual. And I mean, we could put this in a lot of contexts as well. I mean, let's think about the president with the Secret Service, a celebrity with the bodyguards, or the king and the queen with their knights. It always seems like the
But wouldn't you
individual
give
that
me-
is
wouldn't you-
stronger. Mr. Joe, I'm going to go ahead and finish. It always seems like the individual who is stronger, the individual who is protecting, is always inferior to what they're protecting because they see the thing that they're protecting as more valuable. I mean, Mr. Joe, let's think about it. If you genuinely thought that you were more valuable than a woman, wouldn't you want the more expensible of the two to protect you? Thank you for the hand arts, Carson.
Okay, I understand, but wouldn't it be a better example to give me someone like being defended by a woman besides a man? The president's being defended by the man.
Carson, thank you so much for the galaxy. I appreciate it, man. I hope you're doing well, Carson.
Thank-
I appreciate that. But no, what we just put into context there is that it seems like the individual that's doing the protecting is the inferior one because they're protecting what's more valuable. right? Like we'd say the president is more valuable than the Secret Service. We'd say like the celebrity is more valuable than the bodyguards. We'd say the king and the queen are more valuable than the knights, just like the woman is being protected by the man, therefore more valuable than the man.
But I
Thank you
didn't
for the
say I
crown
didn't say
card.
she was more valuable or not.
But this is the implication of your own statements.
No, my explanation was that she can't defend herself to another man. So I'm basically gonna be protecting her just in case another man tried to attack her. I didn't say she was more valuable. I just said she's probably gonna need my help as as her husband for protection.
Yeah, and the fact that you protect your wife means you think you're more valuable than her.
No,
The
I
same
didn't
way
say
that.
about I no no no.
Oh,
I don't
sorry.
think anybody's more valuable than another.
That she's more valuable than you.
No, I didn't say she's more valuable than me.
I mean, we're talking about the logic, and you're just simply not taking the right thing away, right?
Yeah, but you're trying to put something in my mouth that I didn't say. I didn't say she was more valuable than me.
But this is the implication. I mean, we've went through the logic. We could run through it again real quick. I mean, the Secret Service protects the president because why? They see the president is more valuable than them. That's why they'd give their life to the president, right? Right, and the same thing with the knights to the king and the queen, or the bodyguards to the celebrity, right? We always see the individual that's protecting as inferior to what they're protecting. And if this logic holds true, this means if the man protects the woman, the man is inferior to the woman.
Okay, I understand what you're trying to say, but like I'm saying, I gave you my explanation of the answer. Like I just still think we're more superior just because of my explanation that we're able to defend ourselves better.
Okay, who's better able to defend? Wait, first of all, who's your favorite president of all time?
Favorite president of all time? Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm not very friendly with the presidents. I really don't like any of them.
Who's your favorite leader of all time?
I'm gonna say JFK. I can put JFK in there.
JFK, sweet. All right, one-on-one. Who's going to defend themselves better, JFK or a jacked up 16-year-old on steroids?
Jacked up 16-year-old.
Yo, honestly, I don't know what the background of JFK did. You never know if he did jiu-jitsu.
Oh, we're assuming that this fucking 16-year-old on steroids has been doing jiu-jitsu since he was born.
Yeah, but when you put it in that way, bro, you know what you're trying to do.
Right, it shows the fucking problems with the logic.
But is the girl 16 years
we
old?
would consider, one second, I want to finish talking. We would, and JFK was almost crippled, man. We would consider JFK one of the most notable presidents of all time to be superior to the 16-year-old on steroids, right? Even though the 16-year-old would be more able to fight, defend themselves, and they'd be physically stronger, right? So just we put your logic in any other contexts, and it just fucking falls apart. We could give another analogy here. What's the most superior species on Earth?
Most superior species? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll say a male gorilla.
You'd say, wait, I don't understand why people like continue to say this. Like,
A
you
male
actually
gorilla.
think that gorillas are superior to humans?
No, I didn't say that.
Did you watch Planet of the Apes?
Wait, yes, you did say this. If you're
Well, I
saying
said,
the
like,
male
most,
gorilla,
like, powerful. I'm thinking that's powerful.
no, I'm not.
I'm thinking about
even-
strength.
Even power, right? But what is the most superior species on Earth?
Honestly, I go with my answer with this in strength, so I'm gonna say probably a gorilla.
Okay, so then
You
why
give
is
a gorilla
JFK
a brain.
superior
You
to
give
the
a gorilla a
16-year-old?
brain. Imagine what it can do.
It does have a brain.
I mean, a smart brain.
Okay, listen. So if superiority is solely based on the context of physical strength, why do you not consider the 16-year-old on steroids superior to JFK? Because he's physically stronger.
Is it a female 16-year-old or a male?
Wait, if your standard's strength, and we would be able to determine that they're stronger than JFK, why would their sex matter?
Yeah, but because they usually don't know how to fight.
Okay,
Female
we're
has
gonna
like a lower level of fighting.
we're gonna
Very low.
assume that it's a 16-year-old male that is really good at fighting.
But you have to give me a realistic. Can you give me a realistic?
Bro, that's so realistic. Are you kidding me?
You
I
saying
know.
JFK though?
Yeah. Who's superior, buddy? Come on, Mr. Joe.
Yeah, but come on, you talking about JFK? The guy's an old man. You saying leaders? You know leaders are old. You know leaders are old. Would you put an old person with a young boy?
Mr. Joe,
There you
Who's
go. Come on. You know
superior?
you can't use that. Like, come on.
Oh, we could totally use that.
No,
Who's
you can't.
superior? Chat. He doesn't want to answer my question because we all know that it absolutely destroys his logic, right? If we were gonna computate superiority on the context of physical strength, we'd be looking at people like Ronnie Coleman. We'd be looking at people like Sam Solik. We'd be looking at people like Arnold. We'd be looking at people like this jacked up 16-year-old on steroids as the most superior people that have ever walked this planet. But we obviously know that that's a fucking lie. We don't consider
So what you consider,
physical
how's
strength in
it-
the computation of superiority. I want you to answer my question though, Mr. Joe. Who is superior, JFK or Ronnie Coleman?
Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, you're delusional. You're absolutely. I need to calm
You're
down my
trying
language.
to,
so I
but
can
you know
debate.
you're trying to mess with people's heads with these
Yes. That's
But
the
that's what
point
you're
of a
trying to
debate.
do.
That's the
Don't
point of a
underestimate-
debate.
don't
Absolutely.
underestimate Ronnie Coleman.
Absolutely. That is by far the point of a debate. It's for me to give you counter examples to your logic. If you're saying that superiority is purely determined on the basis of physical strength, we're going to see that Ronnie Coleman is going to be superior to some of the brightest minds of all time. Like Ronnie Coleman is more superior than Albert Einstein, plus Nikola Tesla, plus the one guy that found out about the black hole that was in the wheelchair. I forget his name. I mean, that just makes no sense, man. Do you see
Okay,
the
wait.
issues?
But doesn't really stats show, like even in history and future, we had more men in power than women?
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't that really say something?
Does that makes him superior?
What? It kind of does when you can like do wherever you
Moolah,
want.
thank you for the $2. I have a question.
But
I
kind
have-
of do.
I have
Like
a
if you're a
question.
president, you know you can literally just do whatever you want.
Hey, I have a question. So in 2008, before Obama was elected, were white people superior to black people since we've never had a non-white leader?
You have to have that debate with one of those BLM people. I have nothing to do with that. I'm talking about male and female here. I'm not talking about race. Come on, man. Don't put me part of that.
That was a
You're
racist,
trying to get me. I know what you're trying to
that
do.
was a racist remark by the host.
You're trying to like indicate that I'm racist.
The host is racist.
What's the problem here? I don't see the issue.
I know, but
mean,
we went to a whole different topic. We're talking about women and men here.
wait, but
and-
we're taking your logic and we're applying it in the dynamic of race to show its absurdities. It's literally the same concept. If you're saying that men are superior to women because there's more like male leaders, well then would you say that white people are superior to black people because there's more white leaders?
But at the same time, a black male president became president before a white female, so it still indicates that the man is still more superior than women.
I don't see how that logic would follow in the
It kinda
slightest.
does,
Can you
because
answer my
even,
Okay,
like I said,
Mr.
a
Joe,
black
I'm gonna
male-
have you answer my question now. Are white people superior to black people since there's been more white leaders?
But you have to understand back in history, even what's his name, Mansa Musa was an African man, and you can't really name a more powerful leader than that. The man was the richest man in the.
We're talking about proportionalities here. We could
Yeah, but we're
also
talking
name
about
one
the-
second. We could also name like female leaders, like Joan of Arc, right? But proportionately speaking, there is a disproportionate amount of man leaders in comparison to woman leaders, just like there's a disproportionate amount of white leaders in comparison to black leaders. It's all about the proportionalities. But if you're saying that white people are not superior to black people because you can name one black leader, right? Would this make
Also
men
Nelson
not
Mandela.
superior to women because I can name one woman leader? Joan of Arc, boom, case closed. I name one woman leader. Men aren't superior to women now.
I also said Nelson Mandela.
I mean, she wasn't really a leader. She couldn't command her own army.
Martin Luther
Listen,
King
I
was a
just
good leader.
need you to answer my question. Are white people superior to black people because there's been more white leaders?
I haven't met any white man that could beat Mike Tyson. So
It did happen.
Black
It
people-
was-
Well, no, it's
No,
not about physical strength. You
No, I'm
literally
just
said,
saying, okay.
bro, Mr. Joe. I mean, this is actual brain rot. I feel like I'm fucking in a daycare right now. Like, with all due respect, I literally feel like I am sitting in a daycare right now. This is absolutely egregious, Mr. Joe. You told me that men are superior to women because there's more men leaders. So are white people superior to black people because there's more white leaders? I need you to answer my question. I'm going to move on to the next guest. I expect you to respond to exactly what I'm asking you.
No, I would not say. I would still say black people are
Perfect.
superior than white people.
Okay, so you would think that black people are actually superior to white people, right?
Absolutely.
Even
If you put, like I said, with my same analogy, if you put 100 black people and 100 white people, I'm going with the 100 black people.
Okay, so I have a question here. I have a question here.
That's why.
What the fuck? You're
That's my
delusional.
boy.
If I'm racist, you're delusional. Whoever
I
your
didn't say
friend is
that,
in
bro.
the
That was
back
my
there.
boy.
Whoever your boy was, you probably couldn't tell me how many continents there are, at what temperature in Fahrenheit water freezes, or the last time we had a Super Bowl. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask you a
But,
follow up question here.
But like I
So,
said,
I have a question. So if white people are not superior to black people, even though there's more white leaders, why can't we say men are not superior to women, even though there's more male leaders?
but I just gave you another answer to your analogy, right? Like I said I'd rather go with 100 black people than 100 white people if there was a battle. And if I was stuck in the middle to choose sides, you know what sides I'm choosing? I'm choosing the 100 black people because I'm gonna feel more safe.
Okay, so you absolutely concede the idea that superiority is based on like how many individuals in a given class are in positions of leadership, and you have now retreated back to the notion that superiority is dictated on the basis of physical strength. So if superiority is dictated on the basis of physical strength, who's superior, a 16-year-old on steroids or JFK?
Strength and power, my friend.
Can you answer my question, Mr. Joe?
So I don't understand, but again with your analogy, you gave me the same analogy, you know that, right?
I'm moving on to the next guest. Chad. I can't do it today. I can't drain myself out. I cannot bring myself to do it, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot bring myself to do it. I cannot do it any longer. I am running a daycare. Ladies and gentlemen. Hell, he couldn't even say, hello, Flavor Music. Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
It depends. It very depends.
It depends. Well, I'm saying all things considered, so we'd be considering all dependencies here. It's a yes or no question. Can you answer?
Sometimes a man is superior to a woman, and sometimes a woman is superior to man.
Okay, well, it doesn't sound like you'd hold to the statement that men are superior to women, all things considered, because in some contexts, women can be superior to men. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest. Let's go ahead and see what they say. Let's go ahead and see what our next guest has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen. What's going on? Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
No.
All right, I'm just looking for people that disagree. Appreciate you for coming up. Guys, if we are in the guest request, make sure, right, that, you would say yeah. We're just looking for the misogynists. Yeah. Hello, JT. Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
Yes.
See, that's all I needed. Why?
Because all things considered, men hold a higher position in society.
Oh, okay. Okay, so position in society determines superiority. Would you say that white people are superior to black people because white people hold a higher position in society?
Yes, I would. Everyone's scared to answer the question, but of course they are, because they have more control over everything, so they're more superior. They have more money, they have more control, they have a higher position in offices. So yes, I would say this. I would say so. Yeah, you got a black man saying that. So yes, if we're talking all things considered, if we're talking about society, then yes, they hold a higher position in society, so they are superior.
What do you think What do you think superiority is? Let's talk about it.
You're moving the goalposts. So I answered your question. So what do you say from there?
Yeah, can you tell me what you think superiority is? Okay, don't go on Google. See, you're going on Google. See, I think that this is just a misunderstanding of what superiority is. Because if he's just defining superiority who's in a higher position of power, well, then that would be following. But that's not the way we define superiority. You know what I mean? Like, we should all agree that white supremacy is bad, but then also recognize that it's true that white people have more power than black people to hopefully remedy it. So, I guess we're going to wait for him to come back here, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, guys, make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen. All right, JT, you got that Google definition?
No, I'm not Googling the definition for superiority.
Okay, I can't hear you when you're on pause. So how would you define superiority, JT?
I think, I'm not giving you a definition, a textbook definition. I think by your question, I think superiority is who holds all the cards, who has the most power, who's more superior. So
Okay. So we're taking okay, I'll tell you like what I mean when I ask this question. I'm asking you if men have like more value or if men are like better than women. When you
yes,
say that there's okay, when you say that there's okay, do you think men should be superior to women? How about that? Maybe that's the answer I need to ask. That's the
no,
question I need to ask.
no, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think anybody should be more superior than anybody, but by definition and by societal status, I think it's inevitable that you're going to have someone that's more superior than others. You
Okay,
know?
so I have a question. Do you think white supremacists are justified in being white supremacists?
No, I think it's ignorant.
Wait, why not?
But
You just said that white people were
by
superior to black people.
by their logic, you get why they, why they say that by their thinking.
Wait, I have a
But you
question.
have
Why
this
would you
thing,
consider it ignorance if you're saying it's a
because
fact
you
of
have
reality that white people are
because
superior?
you have white, because this is the thing, when you get into white supremacists and whatnot, you're breaking down everybody in society, right? So you're not talking about everybody because every white person isn't a white supremacist, right? Most of the time, the white supremacists are undereducated and they're live below the poverty line, and they say, "Oh, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better," but they're not better than fucking nobody.
Wait, but
The motherfucker,
wouldn't this contradict the first claim that you made when you said white people are superior to black people?
in the totality. So if you take all the white people, if you take all the fucking white bankers, if you take all the fucking white presidents that has come and gone, if you take all the fucking white police captains, all the white lawyers, if you take all the fucking deans of schools, of colleges, if you take all these white people, white men and white women, if you take all them as a group, yes,
Okay,
they're
so you
more.
think that white supremacists are justified in being white supremacists then? Because that's what it implies, that white people are superior to other races. And you're saying that that is a true statement in the
So, but I'm
context of
saying you said
society.
you asked
So
me if I
wait,
think
wait,
they're
do you think,
justified in it.
wait, I have a question. Do you think that like I should be a white supremacist? Do you think everyone should be a white supremacist
No,
since you think white supremacy is true? Wait, why would you want people to not be something that you think is a fact?
I think everyone is justified in their own logic.
Wait, so you think I'm justified in not finding men to be superior to women?
If that's, I'm sure you have some kind of logic to back it up. Then that's your. It's all an opinion. Can you
Wait,
prove it with facts? Can you prove it with facts? Who's more superior, or can you just go with
listen.
your opinion and what you know?
Here's specifically what I'm talking about. I don't think that superiority exists. I think that it's nothing more than the byproduct of a very immature mind. I think
Okay,
that
so
it's
you don't
very
think it,
indicative. One second. I think that an individual holding a superiority complex is very indicative of them having low self-value, low self-esteem, low self-worth, and projecting that onto other people to decrease their value to relatively increase their own. It's just simply men coping and projecting their emotions, right? But when you come up in here and you're like, well, superiority strictly talks about, who's in these positions of power, I don't think that that's a correct interpretation of superiority. Because when I reference superiority, I'm thinking about it as men thinking that they are better than women simply because of the way in which they're designed. Right? And when we're talking about these societal dynamics, no, I don't think we interpret those as superiority, because this would lead to the conclusion that white supremacy is true. Right? We would say that the white supremacists during the times of slavery were accurate and true since white people had more power than black people. But we don't say that. Therefore, that's not how we interpret superiority.
where did they go?
What do you mean?
The white people from slavery. Where did they go?
They died? That was a couple hundred years ago?
Yep,
Hello?
they died, and then what happened to their thought process? What
It
did they pass it
continued to
on?
get radicalized through society,
Did
passed
they?
down generations, and it's still stigmatized today that white people would be superior to black people by some, including yourself, right? But obviously, like we could come to the conclusion that
So
white supremacy is not good, correct? JT, I
correct.
just
So
want you to
would you?
wait,
So
wait,
would
wait.
you?
I have a
So would
question,
you agree
JT.
that that's
I have
bad
a
teaching?
question. I have a question. Why is white supremacy not good if you think it's true?
Because like I said, it's ignorant.
Wait,
It's the people that
how?
it's like the people that voted for Donald Trump.
Wait,
They vote for
JT,
Donald.
why would that be
They
ignorant if you think
let
it's
me
a
tell
fact?
you. Let me.
Wait,
Can I
wait,
answer?
1 second. I just want to butt in here. Are you calling yourself ignorant?
No, I'm not. Could you let me answer the question?
Why would you not be calling yourself ignorant? You're a white supremacist.
I'm ignorant on some things.
Do you think that you're ignorant for being a white supremacist?
I'm not a white supremacist.
Okay, well, wait, yes, you are. You said white people are superior to black people.
By societal status.
Wait, what? Can you define white supremacy for me?
It's to feel like you're white supremacy means that you're supreme over fucking something because you're white.
Superior. And didn't you just say that some people are superior to other people because they're white?
As a totality of white people. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
So you do think
You-
white
so-
people
so
are
here's the thing.
superior.
So here's
So
the thing.
so you do think that white people are superior.
Yes.
Bro, I don't want to talk to a racist. I'm actually not like super interested in talking to a white supremacist. We're gonna go and get our next guest up in here. I'm not interested in talking to a fucking like. That's just not something I want to do. Hey, what's going on, man? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, why so?
I mean, physically, it's no contest. Men are bigger, stronger, faster, leaner, and tougher. It's also been proven that men have better spatial abilities. Most of the inventors or innovators in history have been men. Most world leaders today are men and have been throughout history.
Can we go point by point?
Well, I wasn't done.
I know, but you
I
understand that I
wasn't
can't.
done, though. You're talking
Wait,
over me.
low life. I can't like
You asked me a
understand.
question. I was trying to answer it.
Low life. Hey, 1 second. We have to go point by point. I can't remember this all. So do you want to start off with your
got
first
you.
point?
I can literally restart from the beginning.
Okay, so then what is this? Some fucking performance? Like, are you just performing right now?
I could say the same thing about you.
I can. Well, I'm about to perform and fucking intellectually dunk on you. But do you mind if we talk about your first point?
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, you said men are bigger, faster, stronger, leaner. What's the most superior species on Earth?
Humans?
Yeah, gorillas are bigger, faster, stronger, and leaner than humans, but you don't consider them superior.
Where are
That's a
gorillas
contradiction.
superior to women on the chart? It said men superior to women. Why are you bringing gorillas into this?
Because we're extending your logic to see if it's true. We see that all the traits
Hold
in
on.
which
Can
you
I just
named
finish what I said before you like cut me off? Physically,
yeah,
it's no
sure.
contest, right?
I guess continue to say shit that
Yeah,
that I won't remember because
we
we
weren't
have to break it
talking
down
about
point by point.
the animal kingdom. We're talking about men and women here. Physically, it's no contest. Men are bigger, stronger, faster, leaner, and tougher. It's also been proven that men have better spatial abilities. Most men.
I gotta like pull out my notes
innovators
app on
and
my phone.
innovators. Most men are world leaders and have been throughout history. Men dominate in math and science, excluding psychology, though. I'll give women that. Men also don't need makeup or cosmetic products to look attractive, unlike most women. And last but not least, men can comfortably stand up and pee. Where's the lie?
Okay.
Yeah, you're
so-
done. You're done. You're done, buddy.
Okay, low life. We're gonna start off with your first point. As I said at the start, you're gonna have to repeat them all after we talk about the first point. I tried to write them down in my notes app, but I couldn't keep up with your speech. Right? So that's why I said I'm pretty sure that was a performance, because obviously I wouldn't be able to remember it all. But let's talk about the first point. You said men are superior to women because they are bigger, faster, leaner, and stronger. Right? So now we're going to extend your logic and put it to the test. You said humanity was the most superior species on Earth. Is humanity the biggest, fastest, leanest, and strongest species on Earth?
Against the gorilla, it is surely the smartest. So where are you going with
Okay.
that? We are superior, like we're
In the
smartest.
context of intelligence. So you're saying if we could show that humans were smarter than gorillas, they'd be superior even though the gorilla's bigger, faster, leaner, and stronger. So now we're going to put this in the dynamic of men and women. We can show that women are smarter than men. They possess a higher IQ on average. They possess a higher EQ on average. They're less risk adverse in irrational circumstances. They go to school more, get better grades, and graduate more. They're less prone to act on the basis of their emotions irrationally. Right? So now we can say, even though the man is bigger, faster, leaner, and stronger than the woman is superior to the man because the woman is smarter.
I think you're just pivoting to the gorilla argument because I gave you actual multiple reasons why men are
An
superior to
analogy
women.
isn't a pivot. That's how we debate. I mean,
What
What?
was it a debate about? You brought up gorillas, bro. You could go back to like my last point where men are the only
Yeah, low
species
life,
that
low
can
life. That's not
comfortably
a
stand
pivot
up and
because we're
pee.
talking about the
What
same
about that one?
concept.
Why are we the only one that can stand up and comfortably pee?
I don't think that one's ability to stand up and comfortably pee would like make them superior.
Yeah, I
What?
don't think you have an argument against it either.
Okay, Stephen Hawking's is Stephen Hawking's inferior because he couldn't stand up and pee?
Why are you bringing disabled people in here, bro? Like,
Because he
bro,
can't stand up and pee, man.
we're talking about the average woman and the average male.
Bro.
I understand the minority and you're trying to marginalize a section, but we're talking about why are men superior to women? The
Low
average.
life. If you're not willing to accept analogies, if you're not willing to accept logical critiques, if you're not willing to accept extensions of your logic to show its contradictions, how do you expect me to debate you?
All right, men are bigger, stronger, better spatial abilities. Most men are
Yeah,
inventors,
yeah,
innovators.
man, low
Most
life.
men
This isn't the
in
question that I
history have
asked
been
you.
world leaders.
Low life. I asked you a question, you ignored it, and then you just repeated all the points that you think make men superior to women. I'm genuinely asking you a question. I've never asked this question to a guest before, right? Because I've had a lot of like really like lights on but no one's home type of people come up here and like tell me that I can't use analogies, tell me that I can't use logical critiques, tell me what I was saying was a pivot. But I'm just asking a
Makes
question.
sense. Gorillas had nothing to.
Low life, are you even listening to me right now? I'm trying to ask you a question. You unmute yourself and I hear you say something about gorillas. Are you listening? I mean, low life, unmute that mic. Unmute your mic. Come on, low life. Hey, are you listening to me?
Yeah, I hear you yapping.
Okay, low life, what did I say?
That we need to use an analogy in these debates.
No, that's not what I said. I asked you, how do you expect me to debate you if I can't use logical critiques or analogies? Like, what am I supposed to do or say?
A rebuttal.
Well, the rebuttal is an
Without,
analogy.
you can use, like I said, you can use an analogy, but how are you relating gorillas?
Because
to
it's
the
an
question?
it's an
It
extension
doesn't.
of your logic.
You're pivoting so hard. It doesn't even
Low
relate.
life. It
We don't
does relate.
We don't relate to gorillas. That's pretty racist to even say.
What? How
Yeah,
does
why'd you bring
how
up
does that
gorillas,
relate to
bro? Like,
race?
why did you bring up gorillas?
Yes, because gorillas would be bigger, faster, leaner, stronger, and if these were the four traits in which determine superiorities, you'd have to consider
But they're not
gorillas superior.
smarter.
Okay,
And that
men
beats
aren't
all of
smarter.
that. That beats
Okay.
all of that. That beats
Okay,
that
if
beats
intelligence is the
strongness,
ultimate-
the fastness. If
Okay,
I
I
can
have a
track the
question.
gorilla with my
Okay, so
smartness, my intellectual,
if
my
intelligence,
intellectual mind. What does the gorilla have to do with anything?
if
If
the
you want, we can play the game.
if intelligence is the ultimate determiner of superiority, women would be superior to men due to the fact that they're intellectually superior.
Not in math and science. You can prove that. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, we see more women.
Prove me
performing
wrong.
better.
Where are you? Where's the source? Where are you getting that from?
Where am I getting
Okay,
what
thank
from?
you,
I said
thank
two
you.
words.
I'll leave you alone. Next guess. You're done.
Low
You're done.
life. I said two words. What do you mean? Leave you? What source for what? I said we see more women. You didn't even let me finish my fucking statement. You want a source for we see more women? Listen, I'm decently sure that guy was trolling. I've talked to him a lot before, and he really isn't that bright. He isn't the brightest of the bunch. He's a really tough debater on religion. He's not that bright, but that was too bad. I think he was trolling. That had to have been a troll. Hello, hi. How old are you?
I'm 19.
You're 19. Ooh, you're the same age as me. Very nice. Do you
Oh my
think
gosh, we're
men are?
twinning right now. That's funny. Anyway, what?
Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
Personally, nah. I don't.
W guess. Dean, I'm 19. I sure am. We're gonna go to move on to our next guest, Prince Black Wolf. Jesus Christ, what a name! Priest Black Wolf. Where the fuck did you get that from?
Well, I used to be a priest at one time, and I was raised by indigenous people.
Nice. Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
No.
W guess. We're gonna move on to our next guest. Y'all, if we are in the guest requests, make sure we do think that. Let's go and get Edimus up here. Y'all, also, if you do want to support me, my Venmo and my PayPal are in my bio. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the best way to support me, guys. Absolutely best way. You'll get a notification with your name. You could attach a message. I'll give you a shout out. But hello, do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
No,
What did I say to the last guest?
I don't know. I just joined.
All right, I'm just looking to talk to people that do think that. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Give us a minute. Hello, do you think men... why were you sitting in the guest request for hours? Oh, they're back. Hello. Do you think
Hello,
men are...
sorry, I was just muting my mic. I was in a party, so
No worries. Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
In some regards, yes, because it's complicated. Because I think psychologically, in terms of like a parenting perspective, children who don't grow up with dads suffer more psychologically than ones who don't grow up with mums.
Yeah, but this is because of socioeconomic standings. Like dads would typically have more money than moms because of the socioeconomic disparities between men and women. This wouldn't be because one's a man and one's a woman. It's like if society was different, where women typically had more money than men, we would see that men, kids would take more negative psychological outcomes away from like a single dad in comparison to a single mom.
Yeah, I do agree with that. But also, like in terms of stuff that I've experienced, I work at a school with children who have got challenging behaviour, and a lot of their behaviours come from lack of dads or negative impacts with dads. And I know that kind of goes against what I don't think just said.
I don't think you'd be able to show any evidence for that. Would you be able to provide me an academic study indicating that that's true?
We did a psychological, like a neurological.
A psychological and neurological are two different things.
No,
Like,
I said
you're
the wrong
just saying
word.
words.
I said the wrong word. I got confused. But
A
we did
neurological study.
neurological training about how children process things in terms of what we call crisis. So when they have an challenging behaviour outburst, where that stems from and how they process that. And a lot of that comes from like family backgrounds and stuff like that. I can't.
So what about this makes men superior to women? This is just a word salad.
I think they have a bigger impact on their children. I think in terms of everything else, I think it's very equal and balanced. But I think in terms of what I experience on a day-to-day.
Can you give me any evidence of that?
I could probably send you some links, but I couldn't give you anything off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'd want like any evidence for that. And if you don't have any evidence, then I'm just going to dismiss your claim as complete gibberish.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. But, you know, that's just my experiences. I think there's a lot that goes into it. So.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, our experiences are very prone to bias. This is why we'd be looking for academic evidence. It's like if you don't have any supporting evidence for your claims, of course we're going to reject them. I could make shit up. According to my experience, women have had a bigger impact on my personality than men. What now?
Mm-hmm. Well, I can appreciate that.
One second. No. I think women are superior to men because women impact their children more than men. Cool Breeze, I appreciate you for the hand arts.
Yeah, but do you think that maybe like men, in terms of lack of being there, can have a higher effect on children?
No. In fact, I think that the woman not being there will have a higher effect on children.
Why?
Why? It's just my experiences, man. I couldn't give you any evidence off the top of my head. I'm sure I could find you some links though. See what I mean? Like, we could just make gibberish claims. We could absolutely just say anything we want. So, I mean, you feel free to re-request when you find evidence for your claim. Cool Breeze.
Okay, well, thank you for having me up. I appreciate that.
Of course. Have a good rest of your day.
And you.
Seriously, feel free to come back when you find some evidence. I'd love to continue that conversation. W guest, she was very respectful. We're gonna go to move on to our next guest, Caden. At this point, y'all, thank you for the hand arts. Cool breeze, guys. If we are in those guest requests, make sure that we do disagree, everyone. Hey, what's going on? Do you think that men are superior to Stinky? All right, moving on to our next guest, everyone. Let's go and get Son of Scotland up here. Brittany, thank you so much for the cap. I appreciate that. Let's go and get her. Hey, hello. Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
Laura?
Hi. Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
That's a bit of a double-ended question, really.
What the fuck does that even mean? What is a double-ended question, sir?
Can you repeat what you said then, and I'll define it for you?
You know, I could. It's on top of my head. It's been on top of my head.
What, you're gonna listen? Just keep the dummy in the mouth, yeah. Keep the what do you call it in America? We call them dummies over here, yeah. You call them like pacifiers.
I don't even know what you're saying, man. Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
All things considered, and what are all things considered?
Yeah, at the end of the day, do you think men have more value or are better than women?
All things considered, and what are all the things that we have to consider?
That'd be up to your evaluation. I'm just asking you overall, are men superior to women?
No, you said are men superior to women, all things considered. So what are your all thing considerations?
So like the particular consideration.
Then we can make a judgment.
The particular consideration. The particular.
You saying, oh,
fuck off. I'm talking, please.
You lost.
Lost what? Here, wait.
Well, what are all
don't
things
leave.
considered, bro?
Don't leave.
Listen, Dean, I respect you, yeah? You've got a lovely
let's have a good
Tasha.
conversation. Let's
do it, man.
All right. So yeah, when I say all things, I'm basically asking you, right? Well, this would be subjective from guest to guest. Like, what particular attributes do you think would make men better than or have more value than women? You know what I mean?
Well, if you can, no, I'll let you carry on. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, sweetheart.
No, like the things that are to be considered change depending upon the guest. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah. So what are all things considered? Then I can make my mind up. If you tell me what all the things you consider are, then I could give you a decent evaluation on your argument.
Well, I'm not making an argument here. I don't think that superiority exists.
Sorry.
I could give you some examples.
Tell me what all things you consider.
Okay, sweetheart. Right. So some people would consider men superior to women.
Don't call me sweetheart, baby.
Why? Why? You're my little Pookie.
Not with that moustache. God damn, Dean, you're looking hot tonight. But yeah, I mean, all things considered is quite a broad spectrum of things to say, isn't it? Let's be honest. Have I got you? Yeah. Somebody's finally put a choke on Dean. Nah,
you haven't put a choke on me. You're just not talking. You're not saying shit. Hey, could you answer my question?
Actually,
hey, I have a question.
Well, what is the question?
Do you think that men have more value or are better than women?
Not at all, no. No women, no men. No women, no cry.
Did you just come up here to waste my fucking time?
Like, Dean, there's no need to use that kind of language to one of your fellow cousins from Scotland. That's, yeah, that's not very fair, is it? But yeah, I don't think, listen.
Listen, all right. We're going to go to move on to our next guest. 1 second. All right, we're going to go to move on to our next guest here, chat. Let's go to see what our next guest has to say. We're going to go to get our next guest up in here. Hello, hi. Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
Yes, I do.
Why so?
In all aspects of life.
Okay, can you... Hey, can you, mute the fetus?
You talking about my child?
Uh-huh.
Well, my child can't talk?
Go take care of your kid, bro. Go take care of your kid. Go take care of the kid, bro. No harm, no foul. Let's go to move on to our next guest. Go take care of the kid. Hey, what's going on?
Young lad.
Hello. Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
Yes, of course.
Okay, why?
Why? Well, I'm a businessman, and in my factory, it is the children who do the best work.
Okay, buddy, this ain't fucking Wonka, right?
My name is Corporal Bellend.
No, this ain't
My
fucking...
father is Lord Bellend of Wessex, from
You're
the
not
most
fucking...
profitable county in all of the kingdom.
No, you're not Timothy Chalamet. Listen, you're not Timothy Chalamet. You don't make little
There
candies.
There was only one colonialist, the Queen Victoria. All of the best were men. All of the best colonialists were men. Don't you see? I have traveled the 7 seas.
I have traveled the 7 seas, dude.
My name is Corporal Bellend. Corporal Bellend.
Moving on to our next guest. Let's go to see what our next guest has to say, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this guy's name is Mr. Toxic Masculine. What a fucking name, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. I really hope this guy connects. This guy's name is Mr. Toxic Masculine. I really hope he connects, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, please connect. Oh, hello. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, could you figure out how to unmute your mic? I know it may be hard for some.
No, somebody called and I had to get rid of it, and then I heard an echo, so I had to scope
Oh, was
down.
it a business call? Was it a business call?
Yeah.
It was a business call. Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
Yeah. Are you okay? Do you need a hug?
I'm perfectly fine. Can you answer my question?
I just did. I think you need a hug. I think all your microaggressions and stuff like that. Does my name trigger you? Is that what it is?
It makes me laugh really hard.
Why is that?
Yeah, because I mean, it's like it's logically analogous to that of a fucking circus act. I point and laugh and nothing else. I mean, you are just
Even though the
parading
ones
with a
that you
clown
use
nose
don't
on.
make sense. They don't really make sense. Do you like
To
using
you because
big
you
words?
don't know them.
Do you like using big words that you don't know the full meaning for?
Do you think that analogous is a big word?
That's so funny. Kids today. How old are you? Are you even old enough to be on this? Because it looks like you got dirt on your lip.
Okay. Yeah.
Are
So
you-
listen. Hey, listen, bro.
you okay?
I listen. I'm 19. I'm probably half your
Oh,
age.
wow.
But I'm twice as wise. I'm
No, you're
twice
not even
I'm
half
twice
my
as smart
age.
as you.
You're not even
I'm
half my
twice as better than you. Right?
No,
I'm
I don't
twice
think
the
so.
man you are.
You
Right?
might be.
I will dog walk
I
you
would say-
absolutely
I
any
would
day of
say
the
you
week.
could be my
Listen.
son, but
Listen.
my son is.
I could be your son, not in a million years. Why? Because I was raised by a pretty good father, not a piece of
man
shit.
than you are.
So we're gonna go ahead and ask you a question. I honestly completely expected your attitude right now, Mr. Toxic Masculine. Because at the end of the day, when you, as a weak, insecure man, are met in the face of someone that is actually secure in what they believe in, actually portrays themselves as an individual that's half decent and advocates for good in society,
Turn out
you
to
tend to
be-
get very angry, very emotional, and you start huffing and puffing. Right? So Toxic Masculine,
Turn out
I
to
want you to
be-
stop huffing, I want you to stop puffing, and I want you to tell me why you think men are superior to women.
Well, definitely not people like you. You're more of a woman, but
Okay, 1 second. Why do you say that?
well, I mean, it's been real easy times, and you're pretty much the reason why everything goes to shit.
Wait, I have a question real quick.
Hey, do
Are
you
you
even like
I have a question. Are you saying that I'm more like you deem me
a
as more of a-
feminine man? Yes, I am
Hey,
saying.
1 second, Mr. Toxic, I'm speaking. What do you say that I'd like be more of a woman due to like the way in which I'd look or like the social categories that I align with?
No, just your personality.
So wait, you're saying that you could be like that being a man or a woman is dependent upon things apart from your genitalia?
Partially yes, and partially no.
Do you respect trans ID?
No,
Oh wait, why? What define man?
an adult male.
Wait, why? I'm an adult male and you said I'm more of a woman.
I know. This is what society turns out. This is
Wait. I actually
exactly what
want you
society
to
turns
answer my
out.
question here. You said that I am
just
more
did.
of a
I just
woman
did.
than a man,
This is
even though
exactly
I'm an
what
adult male with a
society
penis.
turns out is you. This is why society needs to be a lot more rough nowadays. This is what easy times turns out.
Oh
Little
man, if you
boys
think
that
I've had
act like
easy
girls.
times, you are so
This is
far
like the
from
gayest.
true.
This is the gayest generation ever.
Oh, well, are you using gay as an insult? Why is being gay?
No, I'm not actually using gay as an insult. I'm actually using gay as the truth.
Okay, so you're denoting this generation has
As
more
being the
individual.
most gayest in the world.
Okay,
Like,
hey
it's
man, I'm
bad.
gonna go ahead and put you on mute while I speak. So you're denoting the idea that this generation has the most same-sex attracted people in comparison to past generations. No, this is not
Yeah.
true.
No,
In fact, we could see that like you can't choose to be gay, nor is it a social trend, as being gay is particularly associated with our anatomy and biology. Would you like me to give you some evidence for this?
So when you were a kid,
Hey, I asked you a question. Would you like me to give you some evidence for my claim?
no, I can just see it already.
No, wait, I could go ahead and give you the evidence. Like, for instance, individuals who possess same-sex attractions have an increased anterior commissure, which is the nerve lining between the hemispheres of the brain. It's bigger, right? They would also have, like, different...
You are
like,
gay.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna be straight. I just have common sense. If you're associating having common sense and education with same-sex attractions, maybe you're more progressive than you state yourself to be, right? But anyways, right, like being gay or like possessing same-sex attractions can't be a social trend due to the fact that it's rooted within our neuroanatomy. Like gay individuals would possess like larger anterior commissures, varying traits of the hypothalamus, and particularly the AI-NH3 subsection, like different levels of FSH, different neuronic substructure, different amounts of neurons, right? And then also associations on the genome, such as the XQ23 chromosome. So the claim that like being gay is like a social trend or a choice is really just a terrible claim made on the basis of ignorance and irrationalities, and really just portrays your lack of knowledge on the world around you. It's impossible for one generation to be more gay, quote unquote, than a prior. I mean, we could say that the current generation is more accepting of gay people, but I don't understand why this would be bad. And he got banned. We're going to move on to our next guest.
How you doing today, Dean?
Hey, what's going on, man? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
I do.
Why so?
So I'm going to start off with this. I've been watching your lives for a while now, and I just want to let you know that I've edged myself for about 3 months straight to your streams.
Brother, please. Brother, please. Brother, please. Brother, please. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest. Brother, please. All right, guys, listen. Double tap on that phone screen. Brother, please. Oh, my God. Hey, hello, Salim. Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered? All right, Salim isn't even here. Let's go and talk to our next guest, chat. Let's go to talk to our next guest, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get Rager up in here. Everyone, just allow us a moment. Our next guest is loading in, everyone. Just allow us a moment. Guys, how are we feeling about these debates? Have I been winning? Let me see a smiley face if I've been winning. Let me see a sad face if you're misogynistic. All right, Raiders not loading in. We're going to go to get our next guest up in here. I guess Salim is back, so let's go and see what he has to say. Hello, Salim. Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
Bro, no, but damn, bro, you're growing that mustache, bro.
Hell yeah, I'm growing that mustache. Appreciate that, man. Yo, W. Parker for the raid. W. Parker for the raid, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, let's get our next guest up in here. W. Parker for the raid. We're going to be hitting a little bit of a co-host, guys. What's up? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
Of course, bro.
Of course, your mic is really trash.
Yeah, but of course, it's a truth, bro.
Okay, so why do you think men are superior to women? Also, W. Parker for the raid. We're co-hosted with Parker,
I
ladies and
got
gentlemen.
question for you, bro.
Okay.
Do you think pederast is more stronger than natural?
I don't know who either of those people are.
Pederast, like gay, you know. Is gay more stronger than heterosexual man?
we don't see any correlations on the basis of physical strength and sexual orientation.
But a straight guy is on average stronger, bro.
I don't think so. I don't think we'd be able to indicate that as being
Yeah,
true.
bro. Of course, you protect the gay. You have to protect
Listen,
your own. That's how it works.
those words are going to get me banned. Those words are going to get me banned. So we're going to go to move on to the next guest. Those words are going to get me banned, chat. What's up, Parker? How we doing, baby?
What's good, bro? What's good? What's good, everyone joining up the live right now? Tap that screen, share the live, everyone. If you want to support us, as always, Venmo, Cash App in the bio. Spam Parker Raid, everyone. We're going to be doing this until 8:16, everyone. 8:16 is when I have I get my account back. Actually, we'll do this how long Dean can, because I don't know if Dean can stay on until then.
yeah.
And Dean just looked at me like scared as fuck.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know how much I got in me just because just got into town here, but definitely a couple hours. What's going on, Lone Wolf? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
Heterosexual man is weak. Homosexual man is mighty.
Okay.
Thank you, Pomegranate. I appreciate it. W.
Okay.
W's in the chat, everyone. W's in the chat.
I'll let you talk to this guy.
Yo, what's
Hey
up,
Parker,
bro?
how you doing?
You seem old enough. Do you think that men are superior to women?
I absolutely believe that men are superior.
And why is that?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna start off with it's no offense, Dean. For Dean, I have edged myself for about 3 months to his streams, but for you, probably about 5.5.
Okay, all right. We're gonna go ahead and move on at this point. We're gonna go ahead and move on. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest at this point. Let's go to our next guest, bro. To be so for real.
That was wild, chat.
The be so for real. The be so fucking for real. Chat, listen. Guys, how are we enjoying this topic? Let me see a smiley face if you do, sad face if you don't. We're gonna get our next guest up in here, guys. Just give us a moment to get our next debate going.
Thank you for the handout. I appreciate your Pomegranate. Thank you so much. We'll give it a second, everyone. Do tap that screen. Let's run it up to 500,000 likes, everyone. For the shadow bans, everyone. TikTok trying to censor Dean's stream. It's crazy.
For real. I think I figured out how to kind of break out of it a little bit. I'll have to tell you later. We're going to go to move on to our next guest, everyone. We're just trying to get someone to load in currently. If we are in those guest requests, to make sure that we do think that men are superior to women, all things considered, you guys. Just be patient. Bear with us a moment. Hey, hello. Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
Oh man, I'm in. So I want to say no, but I can't. It's it's difficult. So
So why do you believe men to be superior to women?
I'll be right back. I need to grab a charger.
Okay. All
Parker
right, so,
will be taking over for the next 15 seconds. Yeah.
all right, what's up, Parker? I've talked to you before, Parker, about something else, man. I really appreciated our conversation, even though we kind of disagreed on what we were talking about. So I don't think that they're inherently or biologically just like better, just like from birth. Okay. I think that there may be. This is just a theory. I'm not an anthropologist, so I really don't even know. But I think there may be almost like an adaptation that happens, because I don't think that women have a performance burden attached to their ability to procreate as much as men do. So it's almost like women tend to choose the men who can garner resources and things of that nature, whereas women don't really have that. Like I'll give you an example. So I went.
Don't people choose their partners? Like both
say it
men and
again.
women? Don't both
Yes.
men and women choose their partners?
Yes, but I think
Okay.
men and women choose their partners for different reasons.
Okay, but what about that makes men superior to women?
Well,
Because I
think that-
choose my partner differently than you choose your partner.
Right, but I think they have to. Right, I think women have to choose men for different reasons than men have to choose women. Now that may be
Does that change anything? I might have to change people differently than you might have to change. Well, it could be just dependent upon my desires. Right? I might have different desires to you as it relates to the context of my relationships.
Yeah, and like what relevant
Sure.
distinction in the way that a woman would choose would make the woman inferior? Like as far as I'm concerned, a man gets who he can and a woman gets who they want. How would this be like a negative association with women?
All right, so I think I see the disconnect. So I'm not talking about like on an individual basis. I'm talking about more on a widespread societal basis. Just a quick example. So like
what
was that for me?
Yeah, like what's the relevant difference in how men and women choose?
Spoof, thank you for the $3 and
Spoof, thank you for the
$14.
$3 or the 14 cents. How do they do that, dude? Thank you, Spoof.
The same time.
So yeah, so I don't think I don't think men choose women based on what they're able to do in large scale. Um, like over time, I'm not talking about on individual basis, right? Like everybody has their own preferences in terms of what they like and who they like. But I think that like my example would be like I went to school with some girls who were very attractive, and some of them have never worked a day in their life, which look, that's a W. Like if if most people could do that, I think they would. But I went to school also with some like very conventionally attractive guys, and all of them have jobs or businesses, right? It's just like you can't really be a man and be selected for the same things that women are selected for. So I think men.
Whose fault is this? This is the man's fault. This is totally and unequivocally the man's fault. What you're talking about right now is the socialization of men and women due to traditionalism, where the man's the breadwinner and the woman stays at home, right? And
Right.
what was traditionalism born out of? Misogyny, right? So misogyny creates traditionalism. Traditionalism creates these social stigmas, and these social stigmas apparently justify the misogyny.
No, I
It
think
seems
I
very
think they were actually
circular.
born out of necessity. I don't think they were born out of misogyny. I'm not saying misogyny is not a factor, but
I
I
think the
think
misogyny is definitely what traditionalism is born out of. I don't think that men leading women is a necessity. What makes you think that men make better leaders than women?
well, I think if women made better leaders, then they would just take over to some degree.
Okay,
Because
so couldn't you have said the same thing throughout many points in history where particular groups of people were currently leading? You would just say that if they were better leaders, well, then those other groups of people would have done that. Well, it could be dependent upon many different factors, environmental causes, plenty of times.
yeah, no, I agree with that. And I know that usually this conversation shifts over to the race thing. I think the biggest difference. Let's just say America versus the man and woman topic. There's more women, right? There weren't more African Americans, right? So or Asians or whatever.
Wait, in the same way that we see a disproportionate amount of male leaders, we also see a disproportionate amount of white leaders, even in accounting the fact that white people would make the majority.
We also see a difference in the amount of old leaders, right? Like leaders are typically older. So if
Right.
younger people were better leaders, wouldn't you just argue that they would be leaders right now? Like I would argue that 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds are going to be better leaders than the current 78 or 77 and 81-year-olds we have running for office. Yet those are the ones that are running for office. So wouldn't you just say if the other leaders were better, they would just step up? Oh, wait,
Well,
but
I
there are
think
environmental causes as to why these particular individuals are the ones running and not other ones that are younger that could possibly
yeah,
have better characteristics.
right. But I think that discounts the fact that people also have the ability to choose their leadership to some degree. So like if we
Within the
wanted,
context of the system that we're choosing from Trump or Biden, right?
right.
People don't have choice for other types of things because these are the two fundamental parties. This is who the DNC is running and this is who the RNC is running.
Yeah, but there's a primary process. So there were individuals who weren't
And they
80 years
choose
old.
from the people who are there in the primary.
Right, right. And some of those people were not 80.
Then think about this
So
on the broader scale as well.
But what about the other people who could be better leaders that just wouldn't be running? But go for it, Dean.
No worries. I didn't mean to interrupt your point. Croc, thank you so much for the 3 gifted subs. That's incredibly kind of you, Croc. I could wait if you want to finish your point. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, TF Voice, if you're saying that like individuals' choice and who they want to be a leader plays into this, well, let's just imagine how widespread these social stigmas are that women cannot make a good leader. I mean, we know that they're very widespread. There's been multiple studies done on this. One from Pew Research in particularly has denoted that the average American is more likely to vote for a man than a woman on the basis that the man's a man and the woman's a woman. So this factor that people are leaders dependent upon what the majority want, if the majority are like hold to misogyny in such a way, wouldn't we just see individuals voting in male leaders because they're male and not necessarily because they're better at leading?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think that that's not a factor. I do think that's a factor. I just don't think it's the only factor. I think there
Yeah,
are
Tashika just got banned.
Damn, guys,
Uh,
we'll text her, chat. We'll text her.
I
Everyone
got it. I
coming
got
in
it.
from
Don't worry.
word. Everyone coming in from Tashika's stream, y'all welcome in, guys. So yeah, what specific advantages do men possess that women don't possess that make them in better at leading?
the advantages that men possess.
Yeah, like what traits or properties do men have that women don't that cause men to be better at leading?
So the one that I see the most is I think men have a more men are more apt to accept blame and criticism, and
No,
accept
I
certain amounts of
disagree.
accountability. That's just what I've seen.
I
You may have seen something
completely
completely different.
disagree. I think that we could indicate that that is completely, totally, and unequivocally false. I think that it's incredibly true that men are very bad at accepting accountability because men don't know how to manage and express their emotions as well as women do, right? I mean, if men knew how to take
Tashika got a
account-
24-hour ban.
Damn, guys. Okay, Tashika got a 24-hour ban, y'all. Everyone welcome in. Like, for instance, I'd say that men are more emotional, right, and less logical than women are, right? And I think that these two factors are going to definitely make it harder for men to express accountability on average.
Yeah, I would disagree with that, but
Really? Why?
because I think that men I think that men filter information through logic before they filter it through emotion. So I don't think that women lack logic.
Yeah. Seriously, whenever I was playing Fortnite, I like filtered through logic first before I slammed my headset, and
Gotcha.
before I slammed my desk,
Well,
and
W
before I
Parker.
yelled at my teammate.
Yeah. Why do men commit 95% of violent crimes?
Because they're good at violence, and I know that sounds awful.
Good at
but
violence is crazy.
Wait, is
they're
that like
proficient.
is this a prime example of men expressing logic before emotion? The fact that they commit 95% of violent crimes? And then
Well,
also,
for
if,
one,
if men express logic before emotion and women expressed emotion before logic, well, I'd say that suicide, like self-unaliving, is among one of the like most extreme emotional responses, right? And we
yeah,
could just simply denote the fact that men would constitute 82% of self-unalivings.
yeah. Now, have you read the same information that I've seen that women actually attempt it more often?
In context attempting it and of women attempting it more often, I think that this is going to necessarily be the case due to the fact that men are more willing to take more extreme measures, right? And since men self-unalive more and take more extreme measures, well, we won't see individuals who are predisposed to self-unaliving in the context of men trying it multiple times because they try it once and it unfortunately succeeds, right? More often
Okay.
than in the context of women.
Okay, I'd concede that. I just think that if it were the case that women are attempting it more often, then it doesn't necessarily mean that men are more emotional.
Okay, we
But
also see men committing vast majority of substance abuse. We see men committing vast majority of irrational risk-adverse activities such as drunk driving, gambling, or reckless driving. We see women outperforming men in the context of academics on all levels. I just don't think there's I don't think there's any clear empirics to like justify this idea that men are more logical than women. Can you give me any? Because every single one I could think of is indicative of women being more logical than men.
well, for one, I don't think all violence is illogical. I do think some violence is illogical.
I'd say
But
violent crimes are illogical. Name a violent crime that's not illogical.
well, I'm talking about like in cases of like self-defense or
They're not constituted. Those aren't violent crimes. That's explicitly legal.
well, okay, yeah. Well, now men just live I would say men live a more violent experience.
And that's
Uh,
more emotional. Violence, anger, right? These things are emotions.
Yeah, but that's not the only emotion though. There are other emotions. So if we just look at violence as being the end all be all to emotion, then yeah, you're absolutely right. Men do that more. But I mean, even in the context of relationships, I don't think that it's necessarily true that men are more violent. I think they're more extremely violent. So the violence that men commit is more extreme. I would absolutely concede that. But when you look at like one way, partner DV, When it's one way, it seems that it's true that it's more often female perpetrator, male recipient. Now you may have different data. So
Where'd you get
I'm,
this
I'm,
from? Can I have a source?
yeah, so that was the NSHS. I always get the
Like,
letters
what's the
mixed up.
title? Give it a second, everyone. In the meantime, if anyone wants to support me, your Dean Venmo and Cash App is in the bio, y'all.
All right, give me 1 second.
I mean, that's abundantly not true. There's been some statistics that have been skewed, right, to denote that there may possibly be more female offenders. But when we account for the fact that majority of female offenders would offend against individuals that they're not in a relationship, not in a family with, and more so who they do not know, in comparison to the fact that men are much more likely to offend against like their partner, I mean, this completely disproves that. I mean,
Okay. Yeah. So this one, it shows that about half the time the violence is two-way. Now I didn't.
we can't hear you when you're on pause.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. So I didn't want to take up all your time, but I put it in the chat.
We wouldn't be able to see. Just tell me the title.
Man, we can't hear you when you're on pause. If you can't see us, we can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm trying to read it while I was talking. So my apologies. But it starts with differences in violence.
In the meantime, everyone tap the screen and share the live, y'all.
Differences in frequency of violence in partner relationships, I think, is how it starts. It's a long title, but
say that one more time.
Differences in frequency of violence in partner relationships.
Differences in frequency of violence. And frequency of violence given what?
And reported injury. Oh,
And
yeah, somebody
reported
found it.
injury- and reported what?
And reported injury between relationships
With
reciprocal and non-reciprocal intimate partner violence. And honestly, it may confirm what you said. So I'll just be honest. I'm just, I don't come up here to like.
Wait. I'm reading this right now. Yeah, dude, all this says is in non-reciprocal violent relationships, women were the perpetrators in more than 70% of the cases. So like all this tells us is that a woman is more likely to hit a man back than a man is to hit a woman back.
I thought non-reciprocal was just the other person's not hitting at all, and you are. In which case, I think that's saying that the woman is more likely to do it and the guy not respond.
No, what we see is like reciprocal violence. So if an individual engages in violence, does the other member, right, engage in violence back to them, right? And what we see is in the cases of violent relationships where only one party engaged in the violence and the other party does not engage back, this is majority going to be started by women, right? But this wouldn't show that women are going to be more prone to DV. In the slightest. I mean, in the context of reciprocal violence, I mean, I wonder what that would state.
I think you actually just stated my point, if I'm hearing that correctly. So about half of the violence is two-way, right? But when it's not two-way, it's more often the woman that starts it and the man that doesn't hit back.
I think that we could just very, very simply say that this just means that I think that you're misunderstanding the statistics. This just means that women are more likely to fight back against a male offender than a male offender would be likely to fight back against a female offender. I don't see how this is going to show that women are going to be more violent. I mean, we could just simply look at like EQ studies to show this is the case. Like we know that like men are going to typically be more violent than women due to the exaggeration of testosterone in the context of a man, right? And also the fact that women generally possess a higher EQ on average, right, allows women to be able to process, control, and manage their emotions better than a man would. And we know this for a fact. I mean, we could look at EQ studies all across the board, and this is always, the conclusion.
Okay. All right. I'll accept that if that's a conclusion. I'll have to read it again. But I think what I'm reading is that it's actually no, I'll give you that. Like I said, I'm not here to try to win. I honestly like conversations. So
All right. Well, anything else you
but
want to go
everybody in
over?
the chat saying it's boring, so I don't want to mess up your life.
No worries, bro. Anything else you wanted to go
All
over?
right. Appreciate you coming up.
Oh no, man, you guys have a good one.
You as
You
well.
as
You as
well.
well.
I appreciate.
We're gonna go to move on to our next guest. in
Next
chat.
person, everyone. Give it a second for people to join up. Please only send a guest request if you think that men are superior to women overall. We are just looking for some debates, y'all.
Everyone, guys, we're so close to 200K. Make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen. Nervous. Thank you for the tidy daddies here, chat. Just give us a moment, y'all. Just give us a moment, you guys.
Takes a second for people to get up here sometimes, so do give it a minute, everyone. Anyone wondering, I will have the main account back at 8:16 p.m. Pacific Standard Time today, everyone. Just letting everyone know.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What's up, Shari? Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
In a way, I do.
In what way?
Well, considering men are built of different structure than a woman. I grew up in the South. Everything's much different here than it is up north or in any other state. But in even biblical times, men were considered superior to women. I mean,
Does Jesus say that men are superior to women overall?
no, but men has always
No.
ruled the world.
So Jesus would Jesus disagree with misogynists that claim that men are superior to women?
I believe that Jesus is, of course, a man and was a man.
Would
And
Jesus disagree with the claim that men are superior to women?
No, I
He
don't
would,
think so.
he would agree that men are superior to women.
Aaron, thank you for the hand hearts.
I think that he looks at all of us the same. I think.
Oh, okay. So Jesus would disagree with the claim that men are superior to women, and you look at Jesus' opinion as the highest order or the highest level. So if Jesus disagrees with you, then what standing do you have?
Jesus was a man, and now he is our Holy Father. And therefore, we all come from him.
Do you disagree with Jesus, Sherry?
Do I?
Yeah, you said Jesus doesn't think that men are superior to women. Sherry does think that men are superior to women. This means you disagree with Jesus, correct? Is Jesus God?
Yes.
Is God all-knowing?
Yes.
So is God perfect?
Yes.
Okay, so we know that the statement, men are not superior to women, is necessarily true if it comes from a God that knows everything and is never wrong, correct?
He is never wrong. That is correct.
Okay, so would you call yourself like deluded, right, for disagreeing with something that's never wrong?
No, I would consider myself looking at the world the way I see it in my own eyes and the way that I was.
Okay, yeah. Can you tell me like what specifically makes men superior to women? Let's hear it. You said something about the differences of our bodies. What is it
Yeah,
specifically?
It doesn't even matter, right? It just like Jesus disagrees with her.
Most men are much taller. They have more of ability to protect a woman. They are just stronger, more macho. They would be able to put a house together much faster than a woman because they have that ability.
Wait, yeah, is it? I think Parker brings up a great point. You agreed that God disagrees with you.
Oh my God, don't get me started on Parker because I've been wanting to have a long conversation with Parker for a long time.
What for?
Oh my God. About God. You always put up stuff like prove to me that God exists. And no one can prove that to you. That's something that you have to.
So why do you believe in it?
Oh my God, why don't I? I wasn't raised in a Christian household.
No. Why do you believe in it?
Why do I believe in God?
Yeah, given the fact that there's literally no evidence.
Experience.
Okay, well, I have
grew up in an
experience with Jesus. I follow Jesus. Does that mean that my belief is just as justified in Christianity as your belief in Christianity?
I think everybody has a choice in life to choose what is best for them. I believe that we all are destined to what we choose.
What the fuck? I mean, that's incoherent gibberish. Like, do you think Islam is... So yeah, do you think that Islam is true?
What do you mean Islam is true?
I mean exactly what I asked, Sherry.
Okay, well, when you ask, do I believe Islam is true? Like, what do you mean? Like, what's going on over there now? Or are you talking about... I mean,
Islam is a religion.
Do you think Islam is
Are
a
you talking
place?
about Muslims? I don't know.
Muslims believe in Islam.
Let me clarify something. That way you can.
Islam is a religion. Muslims
hold on,
are people who believe in Islam.
Okay, yeah, there's hundreds, thousands of religions. But let me clarify something. I was never raised in a biblical household. I can't even name a scripture other than John 3:16.
Can you give me the first 4 books of the New Testament?
I really don't even know how to comprehend the Bible.
Can you give me the first 4? Can you give me the first book of the Bible?
The Bible? What do you mean? Like the first book of the Bible?
Yeah, just the first book of the Bible.
I don't know what you mean. There's a Bible, there's a New Testament.
The Old Testament, the first book of the Old Testament.
The Bible. They're all the same, aren't they?
No,
They're
the Old
just, like,
Testament is different from the New Testament. The New Testament, isn't that like supposed to be like the story of Jesus?
So what is the first? I mean, like, what is the Bible before the New Testament? Like, what's the difference between?
It was the Old Testament. That's the difference.
Yes.
You don't know what the difference between the Old Testament and the New
That's what
Testament?
I'm telling you. I was
thank you for that mustache.
what I wanted to. What I want. Okay.
Why do you follow Christianity if you can't even name to me the book Genesis, the first book of the Bible? Appreciate that,
I
that mustache.
don't have that ability to comprehend that. I can give you circumstances of my belief.
What did Jesus die for?
Us, our sins. For
Okay.
us. I mean, like, it isn't okay. Like the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and He was.
So I count 3 gods.
Okay.
Do you count 3 gods?
And one, yes.
Oh, so you believe there's 3 gods?
No, I believe that there's Jesus.
1 God, the Father, 2 gods,
God,
the Holy
well-
Spirit, 3 gods.
Okay. And then the Holy Spirit, God forsakes His Son, and then He came back as the Holy Spirit. Is that how it's supposed to go, or something like that?
Here, I'll ask you this question. Do you believe Adam and Eve exist?
Yeah.
Do you believe that God dislikes incest? He thinks it's bad?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think that God wants us to be fruitful and multiply?
Yeah, but not to the extent of what it is now.
Okay, so if God wants us to be fruitful and multiply and doesn't want us to engage in incest, how are Adam and Eve's children supposed to be fruitful and multiply without brothers and sisters having sex?
Well, who's to say that God did not make it where they were not of the same siblings? They weren't siblings.
They weren't siblings, but they came from the same parents?
Thank you for that, a mustache, Aaron.
They ate from the same tree.
Were they so they weren't siblings, but they came from the same parents?
They came from they ate from the same tree. They
So
didn't.
are they siblings?
I don't know. I can't go back that far. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, but like a father and a mother have children, right? The 3 children, you're saying that they're not siblings?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
So they are siblings.
You're talking about Adam and Eve. You're talking about the
Adam and Eve's children, are they siblings?
yes.
Okay, so how are they supposed to reproduce without having sex with their other siblings or having sex with their parents?
That's a very good question.
So it seems like God created them to have incest because God could have made more humans the same way he made Adam and Eve, but he specifically created them to have familial sex.
Well, maybe over time, and which probably was best, it's considered unethical to even consider that now. I certainly wouldn't accept that. I would think that's absolutely nauseous. That makes me nauseous.
Okay, so you don't think God exists then?
I do.
Okay, so but again, if Adam and Eve exist and were literal people, the first man and first woman, well, it would entail a contradiction with God's values. He'd be saying that they should engage in incest, but I thought incest was a sin.
It is.
So sins are things that you shouldn't do. So you should and shouldn't engage in incest here?
You should not. No.
Okay, so if you should not, then they shouldn't be
it's
fruitful and
even
multiply
proven
here.
in biology that you should not, because of the chemistry that can involve the children. And I know you know what I'm saying.
So if people who are brothers and sisters are both infertile, you're saying it's not wrong for them to have sex?
I don't think anybody should have any kind of intercourse with any family member, period. I don't care if it's a fourth
Yeah, so they
cousin.
shouldn't have been fruitful and multiply?
They had to.
So, okay, so they should have.
They had to.
So they should have. So the brothers and sisters should have sex in that scenario.
Dean's laughing at me.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm not. I mean, if the argument is that they had to continue the earth, okay. Well, what if Eve, right, out of her own free will, didn't want to engage in intercourse with Adam? Would have it been acceptable for Adam to grape Eve because he had to?
No, absolutely.
Okay, so it seems like even if something has to be done for the continuance of humanity, it's still wrong.
Okay, I'm going on to God. Okay, hold on. Parker, this is what I want to explain to you. And this is what I've been wanting to say for like the longest freaking time. So bear with me. Like I said, I have a really bad comprehension problem. And that's due to trauma. I can't stay on topic for too long. And that
Sherry, you're good. You're like, I want to make it very clear that like you are absolutely good, and like we just like having discussions, and we recognize that, and we're not going to be demeaning or belittling of that, and we just appreciate you for coming up here. I just want to make sure that like you know that you are completely welcomed in this space.
I appreciate that. But Parker, you've said, prove to me that God exists. And like I said, no one can do that. I can just give you my own testimony. And I was pregnant with my son. I was 6 months pregnant, and my gallbladder was going out. I was in the hospital for 3 weeks on all kinds of medications, couldn't eat, couldn't drink. And the doctor literally came into my room and told me if my enzymes weren't better by the next day, they were going to have to take the baby and my gallbladder. That night, I never, and I mean never, prayed in my life. And I got down on my knees and I prayed for hours and cried and sobbed and prayed. And the next day, after my blood work, the doctor came in and he was just like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but what I can tell you is we're going to start you on liquids today. And that was a feeling that no one could ever give back to me. That was my recollection. That was my noticement. I think when you notice God is when you need him the most. And I think that's when you'll understand him more.
Can I give you a counter perspective to this?
Yeah.
So Prophet Muhammad had an experience with the angel Gabriel, right? And you don't accept the conclusions formed from this spiritual experience because they contradict the Christian religion that you believe in. So how come you reject that spiritual experience's conclusions, but you accept your own?
I think that we all, it's based on where you're from. Honestly, I really do believe that. Everything is based on where you're from. If I was born in the East, I would have a totally different belief system. I wouldn't even speak of Jesus. I know that I was praying to Jesus and I was praying to God at that time. We all
Here, I don't want us to get
Okay,
off kind of
Parker,
topic. I
your
kind of realize
mom,
that we're
your
really
mom
off
has
topic.
cancer. Your mom has cancer.
hmm
Your mom's a Christian. How does your mom relate to God right now in this predicament?
I'm not even sure.
Okay.
Here, well, sure. I think we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No worries at all. I think that we're just gonna move on to the next guest to continue to talk about the topic at hand. But hey, Cher, I really appreciate you for coming up in here.
Thank you. And God, Parker, one day accept me on your feed because I have so much more to say and I just can't get to it. And I think it's
I'll make sure to look for you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good rest of your day, Sherry. All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest here. Guys, if you do think that men are superior to women, all things considered, make sure to hop in those guest requests. Everyone, we got our next guest loading up.
Again, everyone, I should get the main account back at 8:16 p.m. Pacific Standard Time ever, and hopefully I don't get banned today.
Are you going to go live on your third account before then? Because I
probably will.
Hell yeah, then you could like raid the main account and shit.
By the way, everyone, if you want to check out the video I just posted, you can. I just posted a new video on my main account if you want to check it out. I think it's shadow banned as fuck. But
your videos are shadow banned.
I know, I think it is. Because I looked at it, 9% new viewers on my videos.
Bro, for whatever reason, TikTok hasn't touched my videos. Like, I think my recent is like 93% FYP, and it's just me screaming about the TikTok ban. I mean, like, maybe they're like more so particularly pushing that content. I don't know.
Yeah, my videos are bad. Maybe I should try my other account. I don't know. You know, it could have been related to me joining the creator program. I did kind of notice that it was around that time when I started dipping in views.
I've heard that before. I've heard a lot of people say that. We're getting our next guest up in here right now, Marcus. I saw you sitting there for a while. Feel free to reel.
It also could be related to the fact that I was banned on live. So when I go live later, it might be better. It might actually start sending out then.
True. I mean, all my big jumps on my videos have been from when I'm live. Even like when the lives do shit. I think it just helps like, it's almost like giving a fire more oxygen. We're going to go ahead and get our next guest up in here, everyone. Just leave us, or give us a couple moments, you guys. Be patient, be patient. Literally no one is loading in. We're really just trying to get a guest up in here, everyone. Just allow us a moment. Hello, Callum. How old are you?
Yo, I'm 19.
Okay, yeah. Do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
I do, but it's closer than everyone that's come on here has made out.
Okay,
Someone
so
said I'm doing defense for Trump in his next legal battle.
dude, was it Barbie?
No, I think it's someone else.
Okay, yeah, Barbie's just a little out there. Anyway, so Callum, why do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
So obviously, I've been listening. I've been in this live about half an hour maybe, and I heard earlier that you said you don't believe in superiority at all.
Yeah, I don't
So-
think that superiority exists in the way in which I'd interpret it for sure.
So are you saying that you don't believe it exists between anything, or are you just saying that
Amanda, thank you for the $1.11. Thank you so much.
that it doesn't exist between genders?
I don't think that we'd be able to determine that one sex or gender has more value than another sex and gender.
Right. So you do, like, for instance, you do believe that like a human is superior to like an animal or whatever.
It depends on the context. Like I might say like morally superior, but that's probably about it.
So, alright, okay. So, you was talking about like the Bible and stuff. The last one, I'm not gonna go on about that a lot because it's a bit off topic. But I did want to say that with the Adam and Eve story, Eve was
Let's keep it to the topic, hon.
Eve was
Off topic.
yeah.
I think he's saying that men are superior to women because Eve was made from Adam's rib.
If you're saying that, well, I could just say, does Jesus agree that men are superior to women, under your view?
In the Bible, nothing is really said about it, about the two genders, apart from there's a quote about slaves, like male slaves costing more than women slaves, something stupid like that.
Okay, so then why do you mention the Bible in your determination that men are superior to women if it doesn't talk about male superiority?
So in the story, obviously, where they both eat the fruit in the garden, the serpent, the devil, actually convinces Eve to eat it before.
Drew, thank you for the 77 cents. Thank you so much, Drew.
So I would say, if Eve, symbolizing all women, is easier to fool than Adam was, then wouldn't that make like males a bit superior in that sense?
What did he say?
that Satan convinced Eve to eat the apple, not Adam. So this means that women are more easily manipulated than men, and this is why men are superior to women.
Well, that's an argument.
Go for it, Parker. Take it away.
Okay. So, are you saying if God made it so that like the first human was Eve, and then Adam was made from the rib of Eve, that women would be superior?
I guess, yeah, there's an argument to both sides, I guess. As I said,
Would it be the case?
Yeah, you could probably, yeah.
So women in that scenario would be superior?
Mary, thank you so much for the $50 over Venmo. Thank you so much for the love, Mary. Let's get some W Marys in that comment section. Thank you so much. W Marys, you guys.
Second of all, so you're saying, so what about that, says that's true?
Sorry, what was the question?
Dean, bro? No.
Did it just like, was it too bad? Did I just do it like full-fledged? Like full fucking fledged?
Dude, dude, can you imagine? Like that was wild, bro. No one saw it apparently. What?
Bro, did I just do it like completely full-fledged?
Yeah,
oh
you
my
did.
god. Dude, unreal. Unreal. I need to watch myself better. Unreal. I need to watch myself better. Anywho, I guess this provides a really nice segue. Yeah, Callum, I don't think that the story of creation in the context of the Bible is true. I think that it's complete and utter gibberish, and I don't think it's acceptable to use a fairy tale to diminish the value of women.
Yeah, I do agree with you, but since you was talking about it, I wanted to bring it up to see what you'd say. I
You're
am
not even
really-
a Christian?
No, I'm not religious at all.
So then you think that's an utter fairy tale. So do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
Well, yeah, I was going to say some more points. Like, obviously, you can say in like society, men earn more, the stronger, all that stuff. But that's already been spoken about several times.
So
So
I mean, I'm just wondering, Callum, do you think men are superior to women? Do you want to have a debate? I'm confused of where we're at, man.
Yo, Mary, thank you for the $50 on Cash App. I just saw that from 1 minute ago. Yo, can we get a W, Mary, in the comments? Yo, Mary, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mary's
Seriously.
way too nice.
W Mary
Thank you
for
so
the
much,
love.
Mary. I appreciate it.
W Mary for the love. If anyone else wants to support either myself or Park or both of our Venmos, Cash Apps, and for me, my PayPal is in our bio, guys. We're gonna move on to our next guest. I think Callum just wanted to bring up a point about the Bible there. We're gonna go to see what our next guest has to say. Keep in mind, guys, if we are in the guest request, make sure we do think men are superior to women, all things considered. Hello, how old are you?
Oh my god. I'm 27.
Nice. Do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
Please don't kick me. No, but I just want to bring something up really quick. It's fast. I see you starting to click me out of here.
Go for
I
it.
just wanted to bring up, okay, it always comes down to this idea that like women were brought into the workforce at some point, but like women created the workforce. And I never see you talk about like feminist Marxism, and I want to know why that is.
Neither of us are Marxists.
Neither of us are Marxists.
Right, well, you don't have to be a Marxist to talk about feminist Marxism, but you don't talk about like reproductive labor or social labor or the fact that women were forced into labor. Like you
I don't
never
know
talk
shit about it. If I'm being
that's
quite
why.
frank, I don't know.
Okay.
Wait, so what conversation would you say this would be specifically relevant to?
In the context where like if you're asking someone why do they think men are superior, sometimes their reasoning is that like men uphold the workforce or that they're like more apt to be working, but the work that women do socially and reproductively is labor, labor within the
Yeah,
home.
we would. Yeah, in that scenario, I would just bring up like the second shift. So like women, not only in the context of the modern era, are doing shifts at the house to significantly greater extents than men, but they're also having shifts at the context of like work, right? So women, right, we would be able to see are actually providing more to the labor force than men would be like on average in this sense. And secondly, we'd be able to see that in the context of the productivity of the labor of women significantly increasing due to the access to education being different.
Totally.
That's a good point. Reproductive labor. That's a good point. Thank you.
Well, we like kind of like create the labor. Like we like make workers.
Yeah. So like,
the-
I've argued this plenty of times. Like people argue that like, oh, men have done all of this stuff for society. Well, you can just say that like, well, the men wouldn't be there if it wasn't for women. Like who birthed all of these men, right?
Right, totally. I was nervous to come up here. I thought you guys were going to be mean to me.
Why would you think I'd be mean to you?
I don't know. You're both actually like so super sweet, and thanks for letting me talk. And Dean, your mustache looks awesome, dude.
Thank you. Hey, I appreciate you for coming up here.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate
Of
it.
course, have a good one. We're gonna move on to our next guest.
Appreciate the gamer cat. Thank you so much.
Let's go to get our next guest up in here. But I guess just as a quick summation, like the reason I wouldn't like necessarily mention that like the women created the laborers is because the man's just like, oh, but who created the baby and the woman? You know what I mean? Just
I don't even run this topic very much, so I don't even hear that. Last time I think I ran that was like against RC. Like RC was running like the argument that like men are better because they invent things. I'm like, yeah, explain to me how they got there.
Dude, I could fucking oh man, I would love to debate RC on this. What's up, AI? You got a little bit of an echo, man.
Next person.
Yeah, let's go to move on to our next guest, everyone. Just allow us a moment to get our next guest up in here. I don't know
For
why.
the people who want us to do the is being gay wrong topic, we get banned every single time we do it. Like I literally can't do it anymore because of TikTok banning everything. I'm literally banned on my main account until 8/16. They're kind of just banning everything now, but they ban that topic way more. Like I'll do that for 6 minutes and get banned.
For real. Hey, I'm starting to run out of guest requests. I think that like it's been significantly reduced. Like how I like the push of the live. I actually think it stopped. And yo, Emily, thank you for the
think that could be
$25.
related to me?
Thank you for the $25 over PayPal, Emily. That's so incredibly kind of you. Let's get some W's in the chat for Emily. Thank you so much for the love, Emily. Absolutely huge W, Emily's. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. No, I think it's just related to like my shadow ban. But like I'm down to like run through these guests, but if we can't like find any debates, I don't mind just rating you, honestly.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Because I still got another like few hours before my stream.
Yeah. I just got into town. Honestly, I wanted, okay, I don't know where they went. I wanted to go live today, of course, for like just consistency and to have some fun debates. But I kind of want to go like have some fun in town here, see a couple friends. So I'll probably get off here and.
Chat, I have a question
30
over here.
minutes.
Should we do a live on this account, or should we try to do a YouTube live, everyone?
So true. All right,
Chat,
guys.
which would y'all prefer?
Here, how about this? Smiley face, TikTok, sad face, YouTube. There you go, guys. Oh, wait. I got to end the existing poll. Give me a second here, chat. Smiley face, TikTok, sad face, YouTube. Oh, there's no poll running. I don't know. Well, never mind. It won't let me start it. We're still looking for a guest here. Everyone just give us a moment. Yeah,
I don't
literally
know.
one
I
second.
can't even tell.
I'm trying to run a quick poll, but it's just seriously not working. Yeah, it won't even let me start a poll. No one's joining. Yeah, man, I think this may be the point where, like, dude. Yeah, apparently there's an existing poll running. Probably something.
We're
I
saying
don't know.
TikTok is winning.
Yeah, I can't even get that to go. Yeah, dude, we don't really have any guest requests. This may be it for me. What's up? Hey, do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
No, I believe that we're both equal.
W.
Love you.
Love you as well. Probably a fetus. W fetus though. We're gonna try like a couple more.
You have to go into polls and end it again. Try that.
Word. Hey, do you think that men are superior to women, all things considered?
No, I don't. I have no idea how this happened. I'm sorry.
You're good. Don't worry.
No worries, no worries. Okay, yeah, we're gonna run that quick poll for Parker, y'all. A smiley face is TikTok, sad face is YouTube, guys. Let's see what y'all vote. Moving on to our next guest, though. Let's go to move on to culture. I vote for YouTube.
Yeah, most people want TikTok.
I mean,
Makes
could have
sense.
probably guessed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Parker, yeah, it's that time. It's that time, man. I have like 2 more guest requests I could try here.
Yeah, I honestly think TikTok is literally not sending out my video.
Hi, I've been waiting for like an hour.
Hey, do you think that men are
Sorry.
superior to women, all things considered?
I'm so excited to be here. I think this topic is really stupid.
Okay.
You waited
Why?
an hour to say that?
Sorry, yeah. I've been thinking and I've been trying to change the topic, but anyway,
Why do you think it's stupid?
I just think it's a bit redundant because ultimately, how do you separate a man from a woman? Are we talking about economically in terms of the work they produce?
What in what capacity? Why would we do it economically?
I don't know. What are the parameters here?
For what? For superiority? That'd be dependent upon the person making the claim that they're superior.
Okay, so then I could just say anything, and then what would my argument be based on?
We would ask you. That'd be dependent upon the person when they make the statement that like men are superior to women. I ask them like, what do they mean?
Okay, then I think they're superior to women because society has made it that way.
Okay, well, society has made it so that throughout the context of society, right, little children were married to older adult men. Does that mean that should happen?
I don't think that's analogous.
Well, that's how society set it up. How is that different in terms of that particular respect?
Kalistas, thank you so much for the galaxy. I appreciate it. W. Kalistas, thank you so much for the love.
What, do you want me to equate misogyny with pedophilia?
Did you know what I was comparing?
No, not really.
Okay, well, what was not clear about it?
The
You were
particular
equating
comparison.
pedophilia with misogyny.
The particular comparison is that you're saying, well, society, made it this way, therefore it should be this way.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Right.
comparing. I'm comparing the reasoning. Obviously,
Well,
I
then-
gave 2 different scenarios. That's exactly what an analogy is. And Joe, thank you
Right,
for the
well,
galaxy. I appreciate it, Joe.
Then society, if men have it easier in society, surely they are superior in that aspect.
Do you think white people are superior to black people? White people have it easier in society as well.
That's a fair point.
Like, so do you think that that's not the case?
I
So
guess
you
it goes
don't
back
think
to the
whites?
idea of privilege then.
What?
It goes back to privilege in the sense that
Joe,
men do
thank
have
you
it
so much
easier.
for the money gun. I appreciate it, Joe. Thank you so much. W Joe in that comment section. Thank you for the love. Right. So yeah, do you think white people are superior to black people?
No, I don't.
Okay, so yeah, you don't think that superiority would reduce down to privilege or power?
But then what else would it be reduced to?
Value? When I interpret superiority, I'm talking about value, right? So it's
Value?
like,
Then I believe women are superior to men in the sense that they birth life.
okay, I mean,
So are you just trying to play devil's advocate?
yeah, I don't understand what's
Not
going on here.
really.
You earlier said men are superior, and now you're saying women are superior. That would be a contradiction.
Do you not want me to change my mind?
Oh, so you changed your mind? You went from believing that men are superior to women are superior that quickly?
I changed my axes of my way of looking at it.
Yeah, you sound like you're doing devil's advocacy.
Yeah. I mean, like, I disagree with the claim. I don't think that any particular class of individuals is going to be superior or inferior to
Mhm.
any other particular class of individuals. But like the statement, women are superior to men, isn't necessarily something I'm that interested in, because it wouldn't hold any systemic weight.
Right. So do you want me to argue for the other one then?
Come on, be real. Be so fucking for real. We have
Justifies my point right after.
Yeah, for real. Okay, here's our last guess. If this doesn't go anywhere, Parker, I mean, more than happy to send you a raid, my man.
Look at that. Look at that shot. Look at it. Look at it. There you go, brother.
What's up, brother?
Dean's so bad at doing it, chat.
Dude, I am. Why can't I be better? I want to be so good at it.
Brother.
Brother. What's up, brother? I can't do it.
What's up, brother?
You do it so good. Zachary, thank you for the $4.20 over Venmo. You really like my mustache? Thank you. I think I'm going to shave the beard and keep the mustache. Get really big biceps. Yeah.
You know, just do that on my live. Or on your own live, sorry.
Hello.
Katie, thank you for the money gun. I appreciate you for the love. Hello, D. How old are you?
I'm 18.
What year were you born in?
January 2006.
Okay. Yeah, do you think men are superior to women, all things considered?
Yes.
Okay, why?
I don't like women.
You don't like yourself?
Sorry, I'm just messing around. I'll leave.
Okay.
That's crazy.
It seems like we're at a, yeah, we have no more guest requests at this point, unless you want to do a Q&A. I gotta like send them over to you or some shit.
Yeah. I'll drop and you can send them over to me.
Okay.
I really think it could be me, like joining live and being shadow banned on this account. I do think that could be it.
No, I'll tell you later what I think it is. I have a really good idea. I don't want to necessarily say it on live, but it's not you. I'll tell you later.
Okay, for sure.
All right, bet.
All right,
guys.
I'll see y'all back on my main account not main account. Main account's at 8. Actually, literally in 3 hours. So I'll see y'all then, everyone.
See ya, Parker. All right, guys. So for everyone, right now, we are gonna go ahead and raid Parker as soon as he goes live. The reason that I'm ending my live is because it's fucking cooked. There's no one in here that disagrees, and I'm pretty sure like all 1.7 thousand of you guys are probably like viewers that have seen the live multiple times and are just here to enjoy some debates. And unfortunately, I can't provide that to you guys anymore because of the shadow ban, but Parker definitely can. Change the topic. I don't know what Parker will be running, but that'll be a good change to topic. I've been recognizing lately that on any topic, it doesn't do that well. Real quick before we raid Parker, we're going to do a quick poll. Smiley face and sad face. Drop a smiley face if you've seen me before. Drop a sad face if this is your first time seeing me. I just want to see what my push is looking like. Sad face if like this is your first ever interaction with me, and then smiley face if it's not. See what I mean, guys? Like if I wasn't shadow banned, that's wow, holy cow, wow, holy freaking crap. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for that. That is some very interesting data that I will take into mind. But guys, hey, can someone comment the @ to Parker's third account? It's @ Parker needs a job. He is going live right now, and I want y'all to raid the fuck out of him. And thank you for the hand hearts. Then also, guys, just put it out there. If any of y'all do want to support me, my Venmo and my PayPal are in my bio. Y'all just putting that out there once again. But anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and pin this. I don't know if Parker's live yet. Let me check on my laptop, but y'all don't leave yet because I want to hit an absolutely massive raid on Parker. I'm going to pin this. I'm gonna pin this, you guys. Just give it a moment. Don't go there yet. Let me make sure she's live so I could send you all over at the same time. Let me send you all over at the same time. Let me check on my laptop. TikTok.com/@ Parker needs a job. Let's check this out, chat. That's gonna be his @ though for when we do raid, and it looks like he is live. Everyone, go to @ Parker needs a job on TikTok right now and spam Dean raid. Go to @ Parker needs a job on TikTok right now and spam Dean raid. He is live, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone go over there right now. Spam Dean raid. He has 800 viewers. There's 1.1 thousand people in here. I want to see him with 2K viewers, bro. All 1.1 thousand of y'all go over there. I want to see this man with 2K viewers. Go. @ Parker needs a job, y'all. @ Parker needs a job. I love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and go drive my car around. I'm going to have some fun. I just got home. I'm probably going to go to the mall or some stupid shit. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow, maybe with some more debates. I might be my off day, but bye, guys. Spam Dean raid in his comment section @ Parker needs a job. Peace out.